Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Cursed Office, an SCP story. I thought that was a computer, it's actually a coffee machine. Okay, so this is an SCP game, and I've been looking for good SCP games for months, and this is the first one I found that actually seemed really, really good. So, a key has been found. Find more keys by locating the corkboards. Okay, please contact Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Hope Jeff's doing alright. Hope Jeff hasn't been murdered by some horrifying monster. Oh, hi, friend. Who are you? I have no idea. I'm going to shoot you, though. Well, that was shockingly effective. Okay, I'm now the king of the SCP jungle. Excellent. Oh, hi again. Who are you? I don't recognize which SCP you are. Are you Ragtime Gal? Many cameras. Many computers. Okay, so apparently this is the first game I've made by this developer, so there may be certain problems with it, but so far it looks quite impressive actually. It looks like quite a lot of work has gone into this, which is more than I can say of most first games out of developers. So Biohazard, yes, this is where they store people like Eric Pickles. Oh, I've just noticed there's a 2 out of 5 up in the top of the screen. I didn't notice that before. That's presumably the keys then. Yes, there we are. I thought at first it might be enemies shot, but thinking about it, we've already shot 3 of them. Exit, secure, contain, protect. Yes, indeed. What's this? What's this board? I didn't see this board before. What's this? Oh, is this just like a projector screen? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I don't know how long this is. I don't really know anything about this. The page didn't say much, apart from talking about how to solve a slight bug, which I will try to remember so that things stay nice and simple. So is this like a big server room? I'd assume so. That's what this kind of looks like. So this presumably is where they store all of their data, or possibly manage all their computing power for the local facility, whichever facility it is that we're in. Let me go and find that friend, as we seem to title all the bad guys in videos. He reminds me a little bit of the Arkham Knight. All 5 keys have been found. Locate the emergency exit. Exit sanitation hallway. All personnel must exit through this door in groups of 5. This is for your own safety. Do not make eye contact with any of the contained objects. Okay, it seems like something went quite badly wrong here, since we seem to have these sort of riot shields and these like bulletproof helmets here. So don't make eye contact. With what? What am I not to make eye contact with? Ah, hi friend. Yeah, they remind me slightly of the Arkham Knight, when he vanishes in his cloud of red smoke. What is that? I don't remember an SCP that's a big pile of dinosaur poo. I have no idea. It's literally just a floating rock. I have absolutely no comprehension of what that is. Okay, but that's cool. It's nice to see an SCP game that isn't just copying all of the SCPs in Containment Breach. It's actually bringing in new ones. Oh gosh, am I going to have a platforming exercise? Because that isn't going to go very well. Okay, let me slip onto the floor and horribly mutilate myself. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, okay. This seems perfectly doable. Okay, and whoop. Perfect, excellent. More floating rocks and a void of eternal bliss. Oh, I was just wondering when more of you guys are going to turn up. I thought it had been slightly too long since I'd seen one of you. Okay, so I've got my keys. Now I just need to find an exit and presumably use those keys to get out of here. Probably should put the mouse sensitivity up a little bit if I want to be a little bit more accurate with this weapon. What in the name of Odin's beard are you? You're a dog with a phone for a head. Hi. Hi. How's it hanging? I thought I knew about the majority of the SCPs, but this is, Here There Be Dragons. Oh, that's one of the ones that's in the Unity remake, I think. Yeah, I think it's like a box of magical origami pigeons or something. So, yeah, I thought I knew about most of the SCPs, but I've never heard of some sort of woolly dog with a phone for a head. I know about those things, and they're monstrously dangerous. There's no way this little pistol is going to be enough. Can I crouch? No, I can't. In that case, I'm going to run. I haven't got to run either. Okay, that was good. He didn't... Ah, sheesh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I can actually kill these things then. That's good. Excellent. Even though even though I have a relatively effective combat prowess here, they're still quite scary. Possibly just from all the hours and hours and hours you spent in SCP Containment Breach fighting these guys and failing miserably to fight them and losing again and again and again. So possibly that's why I find this scary. So I have to go in here, don't I? I can already sense it. In my oops, you have been killed. Running faster always helps. Oh gosh, where am I now? Okay, oh, hang on a minute. No, I'm on the right side. Yep. Sorry. Ignore me. Right. Sheesh. Okay, did the enemies not respawn when you die then? Because he only died with one bullet, implying that he'd already been hit by a few. Okay, that makes certain things a bit easier then. Right then, I like that. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's a really, really lovely little mirror effect on those boxes. I don't know whether that's something the developer has done themselves, or just something that's been programmed into that sort of asset from day one, as it were. I can't shoot through there. Shoot him! That was a bit close for gunfire. Yeah, I don't know how much of the game has been made by the developer themselves, or how much they've reused from other places. I don't know. Certainly everything looks unique. I'm not seeing anything which is jumping out at me as having been used before, so, this is pretty, though. This is very pretty. Very pretty indeed. I don't know why they'd have the exit in the middle of a containment zone. That seems a bit weird. Congratulations, you have made it to the office. Return home. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I actually really enjoyed that, because that stayed very true to kind of the ethos of SCP. It was a bit weird, it was a bit wild, but at the same time it didn't focus so much on the weirdness of the characters that it stopped the game from being fun. You know, it didn't sort of overrule the funness by focusing on the weirdness of SCP, or the stupidity of the person who's just smashed his hand into a desk for about the 10th time. That was actually really good. That was really well designed. That was really well put together. I really enjoyed that. Obviously it was simplistic and it was relatively short, but as a first game, I think this is absolutely fantastic. I think this has been done really well, really professionally, and it shows an awful lot of potential. I'd love to see this expanded upon, or just to see where else the developer decides to go, because this is honestly really good, and it's really nice to have some SCP back on the channel again. So thank you very much for watching this. I don't quite know what else is going to be going up with, but whatever it is, I hope you have enjoyed it, or you do enjoy it. I've got to find a better system for editing these things together on the fly. Anyway, thanks.
Oh crap, my car! It's not going anywhere now. I need to find shelter.
You do indeed.
Hey, my camera! Must have fallen out of the car when I crashed.
Okay. How under this poor son of ours did you careen off the road, crash through a fence, smash into here,
That fence back there.
and not even notice? Like, oh goodness, my car! I wonder what could have happened to it. Right, I kindly stop doing that. Nice button up. I'll have that. Press 7 to use camera. Camroid added to equipment. Can I... Oh, okay, I now have a camera. Okay, sorry, I didn't even introduce this. My apologies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Site 62, which, as you can possibly guess from that title, is an SCP game. which I know about for quite a long time, but I had some difficulty getting it actually onto my computer, but I finally managed to get it. So we were going for a nice drive. We crashed off the road, presumably from being so dipsy we didn't even realise that we were crashing off the road while we did it. We probably just thought we were having a nice cup of tea. And now we're in search of shelter, and we're going to approach this very scary looking building. Can I move these boxes? Go away. Go away, boxes. Go away, all of you. Go away. What did that say on it? It said something on it. I want to read. I can't because I'm dumb, but I want to read. There are words written, and I want to see what they say. Nothing of consequence. Ooh, a little key. What a safe place to put a person's keys. I'll have that. This key is old and rusty. Seems like there is something written on it in green paint. It's 004-07.
A key. Probably goes to this door. What's that written on it?
You are dipsy, aren't you? I literally just read it out. Oh, we're using this control setup again, are we? Don't do that, Phil. That's how you... Don't do it again. Open the door. Thank you. This seems safe. This doesn't seem monstrously dark or anything. I don't feel safe here, alright? I find myself wondering which SCP is going to attempt to mutilate me first. Ah, a light. Lovely. A battery. I should probably use that. I should probably put that battery into my... I need help. My car is destroyed. I need to find some shelter. I should use this. What? The flashlight doesn't need a new battery yet. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Okay, so my flashlight and my camera aren't actually in my inventory. That's not a response to the floating door. That's just a response to me being a bit nervous. What's this? That's a candle. That's a good idea. Note added to inventory. I should read that. We're screwed. It doesn't even matter anyway. Everyone outside already thinks we are dead. Now they might as well be right. I have to get the lights back on. I only have one battery left. This candle won't last forever. I can't bear to be in the dark again. Okay. That sounds spooky. Should I go wander around the building? It seems deathly dark out there, but I feel like there's secrets. Do I have a sprint? Kind of. Yeah, I get the distinct impression I'm not supposed to go over there. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually not going to go over there, unbelievably. As morally stupid as I usually am, I'm actually not going to do that. Hello?
Hello? Anybody here?
Stop stealing my lines.
What the hell is this place?
Oh, you poor innocent fool. Little cells for mischief to happen in. Oh gosh, it's like exploring an old World War II bunker or something. Very nice aesthetic. Hello? I'd like to speak to management. What do we have here? Nice chair. Better chair than mine, and screens that act as mirrors. There's something they haven't invented yet. At least I don't think they have. More little cells. Useful for storing, I don't know, annoying people in them or something. I'm just waiting for the moment where I inevitably turn a corner and I see someone I really don't want to see. This is nice. This is fancy. This is swanky. Anything in the bin? Nothing in the bin. That's a shame. You can tell a lot about a person from their rubbish. There's nothing here. More little rooms. What's behind this door? Oh, an interrogation room. I don't like this. I like the rumbly bumbliness though. I like the rumbly bumbly very much. Some sort of executive. They even have 2 screens. That's how you know they're in charge. Anything else? Anyone else even? Oh look! A sofa. You know...
Interrogating people here?
I feel...
Really gives me the creeps.
I feel like we could have rested inside that first room we were in, you know, in that massive dark warehouse. I know it was spooky, but at least it was dry. I was going to say safe, but it wasn't safe. It was dry. We could have at least been somewhere dry and just stayed there and gone for a sleep and then called the people in the morning. But no, we had to come in here and explore all of this. We had to do that, didn't we? Why did we have to do that? This is nice. These environments are very detailed.
Jail cells?
Mate, if you were sent to jail and they gave you this as a cell, I'd commit bank fraud tomorrow if that was the case. If you got somewhere that comfy to sleep, I'd be very interested. Those are just cushions, right? I hope they're just cushions. They'd better just be cushions, or else I'm going to be thoroughly cheesed off. What do we have here? Paper added to inventory. Maintenance closet code, cakes. Brilliant! Finally, something I can actually remember.
Cakes? What, is it everyone's birthday around here or something?
SCP-871. I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with that one. That's just a massive pile of cakes. I didn't think that was gonna open. I'm gonna leave that as it is. That's nice. I didn't know there was a cake, SCP. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Why am I scared of a cake? This is the beauty of SCP, right? It can scare you by just presenting you with the most innocent thing in the universe and you not knowing what it is. What? What? How can I put cakes into there? How can I do that? How can I possibly do that? Maintenance closet code cakes. Oh, I know. Is it 0871? Aha. I use my brain. You proud of me? I use my brain. Let's turn that back on. I now have this. I don't know what I want this for, but I presume I'm going to need it for something later. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it there, and we'll come back for it later once we've figured out what we actually want it for. What's through the big double doors? Some big double Ds. That'd be nice. That'd be fun. That'd be funky. That'd be a nice way to end my Monday. Oh, vending machines. Perfectly ordinary. Pick your favourite. I would like to do that. Yes. Even though I'm supposed to be dieting, but never mind. What do it matter? Okay, nice little cafeteria. Lovely little cafeteria, even. Sheesh, this place is like a maze. It's massive. This game is a lot more, well, big than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little something, but there's a lot more here than I thought. And despite the slightly scary levels of ineptitude of my protagonist, I'm quite encouraged by the level of quality so far. So, this looks a bit dark. Oh, we've come back to the beginning. I was wondering why those doors were open. Okay, that means the place isn't quite as big as I thought it was, which means we actually have a chance of exploring this place a bit more fully. What's this? Maintenance. Is this where I need the didgeridoo? Possibly. Computer? Diddly diddly do? Diddly diddly do? Work some computer magicianry on it?
That thing looks like a generator. Someone's been working on it, but seems to be missing a part.
Ah, right. My character, the expert in random machinery. Mind you, I do know someone in real life who's an expert in random pieces of machinery, so maybe it's not that illogical. Okay then, I'll just scamper on back through the dark corridors. Why are there no lights in here? There are lights in the corridor. Why are there no lights in here? Do you have to bring your own candle to work if you want to eat your lunch? Sure, we'll give you lunch privileges, Mr. Jenkins, but only if you bring your own candle to lunch. That's just how things work around here. I mean, I guess it's a... Oh, the corridors are just so long. They're long and full of terrors, like undulating didgeridoo-dahs that don't give you anything to look at, so I'll shut up for this bit and we'll jump cut it.
I did it. The lights are back on.
Ah, brilliant. I can turn that off then. Until it inevitably breaks again.
Appendix C date expunged. Subject was found wandering Building 2 of Site 62. Subject modified the site generator and may have been the cause of incident. Expunged power failure. How the subject gained access to Site 62 is unknown. SCP-00407 was found in his possession. Subject was terminated.
Oh. That's it? Well, that's a bit of a bum, huh? That was going really, really well. Oh, I think I'm in my car, is what's going on. Oh, that's a shame. Is that it then? Oh, that's all there is. That's a real shame. That's a real shame, because this environment is really nice. I really like this environment.
Hello?
This is really
Anybody here?
like dark and cool and exciting. But then it only has one SCP in it, which is an SCP that doesn't really do anything, and has a bit of a bummer ending. In fact, it has a really bummer ending, and it doesn't really do anything with it. So it kind of sets up all this potential and builds it up really nicely, and then it just kind of doesn't do anything with it, which is a real shame. I am curious about these, though.
What, is it everyone's birthday around here or something?
Give me a minute just to quickly look this up, just so I can give you a little... At least we can do something in this, and just give you a quick description of what 871 actually is. Right, okay, I've looked it up, and it seems to be a self-replicating cake phenomenon. So, if you eat one of the cakes, a new cake will appear on the table you ate it on. And if you don't eat the cake, a new cake will appear next to it. And according to the rate of expansion of these cakes, if they're not eaten, then within 80 days they will completely cover the surface of the Earth to the point where the Earth becomes uninhabitable for human beings. So these are apocalyptic cakes that I'm gyrating on top of. I'm gyrating on top of apocalyptic cakes that could destroy the entirety of humanity, and I've now managed to get myself stuck on top of the apocalyptic cakes that are about to destroy humanity. So I suppose the only thing for me to do is eat my way out of the place. Okay, well, I mean, that's an interesting way to end the video, if nothing else. But I don't know if there's more to this game, more things that I've missed. Maybe there are, maybe there aren't. But this has the potential. This really does have potential to be something really interesting and really exciting, only it just isn't here, because it just doesn't do anything with it. It builds it up really nicely, it has this really cool environment, it has a decent setup, admittedly a slightly derpy one, but if that's there for comedic effect, more power to it. But yeah, it just doesn't do anything with it. You turn the lights back on and it just goes, you're dead. The least they could do is have, like, I don't know, a malfunction in the power systems which releases an enemy that then chases you down a corridor, you then find a locked door and it kills you or something, you know. Just something to make the death a bit more meaningful, rather than just be, oh, you turn the lights on and then, you know, you die because of light exposure or something. But this is a really creepy environment, just nothing happens in it. So it seems like the skeletal structure of a really good SCP game could be here, there's just nothing in it. I mean, there's only one SCP for crying out loud, and it doesn't even do anything. So, yeah, this has the potential to be something really good, it's just not physically here yet. So, if this gets expanded upon further, maybe this is early access, I don't know, they don't usually disclaim that kind of thing, but if it is early access, and there is more of it to come, then brilliant, and if there isn't, and this is the final product, then that's a little bit disappointing. But anyway, this has been a shotgun of SCP, probably a pretty short one, sorry about that, but there's not many good SCP games out, as this positively demonstrates. But I hope you've enjoyed it, thank you very much for looking, Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, please apologise for my terrible English, and good night.